my overall outlook on what's gonna make you be as big as whatever you want to be and more is that you really are staying you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now you're gonna go for broke on every project because now you've seen what comes from that.
All right, we gonna talk bigs on this one here. You know what I'm talking about? Big. Fuck this, man. I heard investment make the Forbes list. Amazon, the Rock Nation made investments itself. Go buy the building, don't be worried about the door split. Even if the mission get hard, you can't avoid it. You see me getting money, well, I'm just expressing myself. It's hard to build it on your own, you always welcome to help. Build a mastermind group, words to Napoleon Hill.
All right, guys, we back in again for another amazing episode of Change Agents. My name is Caleb.
Trav.
All right, and we got our amazing guest, you know what I'm saying, Jeff J Squared Jackson, the legend, director, producer, rental house owner, all the above. My one of my brothers in this shit for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. You know, how you feeling today?
Good, blessed to be here. Honored to be on y'all. Podcast.
What you think about the lighting?
Looks amazing. You know what I mean? I think we have some tools right here.
What's up, bro? I mean, y'all got a long-term history, so I think this is gonna be more learning for me than anything.
Yeah.
But like, you know, we don't build a relationship over the last year, but I see you doing so much shit. Like, you on this, it'd be times I don't even know you come. You be like, yeah, I'm here, I'm got to set up this crane, I gotta do this. So how would you explain what you do or who you are to the world?
I really haven't even found a real, like, I guess, term or explanation for it, but like, I don't like to say I do everything because I heard this phrase, jack of all trades, master of none.
Right.
But I feel like what I have mastered was, you know, connecting the dots, creating amazing ideas. And I'm still a student of the game, so like, I don't know everything. I don't walk around on set or even in business, I'm still asking questions. You know what I mean? You can learn something from everybody, even if they look up to you. You know what I mean? It could be a personal trait, it could be like an actual trade, you know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? I'm humble, to say the least. So I really don't know what to call myself. You know what I mean? Like, I gaffed, last year, I went through a phase where I was trying to stop music videos as a whole director. You know, I wanted to move to the narrative world. So my whole approach to the narrative world was, I didn't want to ask nobody for money. I wanted to fund it myself.
Right.
So me knowing I own all these lights, knowing people got to rent these lights, they need somebody to work the lights.
Yeah.
So last year I went through a phase of like becoming like a full-time gaffer for the year. Ran up a crazy bag. Rate went up to something crazy I had never paid as a producer. You know what I mean? I'm working on features, commercials. Hell, I even did some virtual reality stuff, which paid crazy money, and you only on set for 2 hours. You setting up 2 lights. Never move. You know what I mean? So that was, this year my approach is I want to stop gaffing and create like a system where I could teach. Whether, like, my approach really is I want to start finding people that just got out of prison, people who can't really get jobs, move them to production, teach them the game. You know what I mean? Of course, you got to build a trust system.
Yeah.
But, you know, my approach is really just like helping everybody out.
Got you. And so I really want to use this episode specifically just to talk about how we feel like, well, we know that you are a change agent, highlighting that, but also like really shedding light on just the different areas of production where a lot of black men can really get involved and not necessarily touch a camera. And more specifically, you know, we like to call it like a gaffer, you know what I'm saying? They like a lighting technician pretty much. What specifically, in your opinion, is a gaffer?
A gaffer is a DP best friend.
Right.
You know, like, a lot of people think, really, I think a gaffer is a DP in training, in a sense, because people always say, like, oh, I'm an AC, but my long-term dream is to be a DP. But AC is more like the technicality of the camera versus like painting the image. The gaffer is at the end of the day, the gaffer is the paint that the DP is actually putting on the canvas.
Right.
I mean, DP is actually gonna frame it, but the gaffer is the one like, let me make sure, you know, we got enough neg on this side for the contrast. You know what I mean? Let's make sure the hair light is at a certain percentage. So the DP really is leaning on the gaffer to create the visual. You know what I mean? Versus the AC is just make sure it's sharp, make sure the camera is built right, make sure the cables are tight. So my advice to anybody wanting to be a DP is you need to do some type of G&E. You need to have knowledge of what this light do, what this rag do, what this floppy could do. You know what I mean? Every different thing. I feel like I could DP at this point. Yeah. I don't want to DP, but I feel like gaffing is like 75% of the training to become a DP. Right. So
100%. And so I was just gonna speak on that when it comes to like, you know, a lot of these kids that come from different communities or like coming out of jail and shit like that, like, you know, they can jump into like the film world and just be a grip, you know what I'm saying? And just build from the ground up and never even like touch a camera, not even be interested in camera work, period. But like, you know, you coming on set and you getting, you know, anywhere from like, you know, 250 to 500 a day, you know what I'm saying? Just doing that on different jobs. So I think that's just super important. So I just want to highlight that.
I think too, like y'all been doing this 5-10 years or approaching those years. I think a lot of people, even myself, like we're going on our 3rd year with the studio. I had no production experience before I decided I'm gonna open a production studio. Right. Like, but there is, even still now, you know, I'm been on 200 sets at this point, but it's still like an intimidation factor there. And I think I have a cheat code that Caleb is my partner. So like even like last week this week when we was doing the Glorilla shoot, like we sitting there watching setups and he's telling me what this person does, what this person does, what this role is, what this role is. And you know, some of it some of it you've retained just from walking around and hearing it. I think, what can you tell people who are like intimidated, like, oh man, I ain't go to school for that, or I ain't spent 500 hours on YouTube learning it. Like, how do you get people to understand that, hey man, you can do this just like the rest of us?
I guess just be open to experience. I'm gonna tell you something so crazy. So I played college baseball 4 years. The year I was supposed to get drafted, I ended up quitting, picked up a camera. Me and my dad had like a little mini fallout. He played in the NFL, so he like, nah, you gotta, you know what I mean?
Shout out to Jeff Jackson Sr., man.
Big Jeff,
legend. I gotta pause you with that, man. That's the legend. We actually used like his cars a few times on different productions, and one specifically was on Down Bad. So the car that's actually on the airport.
Yeah, make sure when y'all do that, y'all just put the Cutlass right there.
That's his dad's car.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
He got rid of that one. Now he got 2 Bel Airs. You know, he really like the old school car plug in Atlanta.
Yep.
But yeah, like me and him had like I wouldn't even say it was like a real fallout, but it was just like he wanted me to play sports. My mom wanted me to play sports. Right. And it was like, at the time, that's when Atlanta was becoming like the Black Hollywood. So they really wasn't, it was like, oh, you need to be careful. We see on the news, everyday studios get shut up. And I'm like, yeah, I got you. You know, I wouldn't put myself in that situation. But come looking now, my dad is doing transpo on films every day. Yeah. And I mean, he drove Arsenio Hall for Coming to America 2. He was Tiffany Haddish driver for whatever production that they was on. You know what I mean? Now he loving the production world, so now he a fan of it. But
so you brought him into your world.
In a sense, now he think he know more than me. You know what I mean? Every time he on set, like it's so crazy. My boy Jaffe, he a gaffer. Yeah. He called me like,
my boy Jaffe, man. Shout out Jaffe, man. That's like, my guy.
They was on Coming to America. He said, man, I was in the van. And I swear this man said his name, Jeff Jackson. I said, yeah, that was my dad. He like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? Now my dad, like, working with a lot of folks that I know, is like, at first he wasn't really hearing buy in, but now he looking like, all right, it's a lot of money into it. Now my mom, same way. She like,
doing the same
thing.
Do
transport, like, you know what I mean? So now everybody's seeing it. Like, it's crazy because my first cousin, and my sister, like, they seeing me, I don't have a real job. You know what I mean? So they like, I want to learn how to do this. I'm like, all you gotta do is come. I can teach you.
Yeah, just pull up.
Like, I feel like the production world is a new trade school.
It is.
It is.
Like, it has to be, you know, it's people like y'all who are gonna bring structure to it because a lot of it is on the job experience and learning. Yeah. So you have to bring structure to it so everybody don't think they just gonna come in here and make what y'all make day one. But it's the new trade school, man. Like with this building, with some of these productions, like Reggie. We all love Reggie. Yeah. Reggie was a welder.
One of our studio managers, for the people that don't know.
He's a welder. Reggie came down here. Reggie editing photos now. Like, he know how to do set design. Like,
Reggie know how to work that site.
Reggie know how to work it better than me. He know how to work it better than me. But like, it was just so many jobs that he could learn, that he just really immersed himself.
Yeah.
So then I'm like, this is like, we can give all my little cousins who think they just want to be on the Glorilla shoot or the Little Baby shoot or whatever, like, okay, cool, I understand that might be your motivation. But if you get in here, you can figure out which part of this game you really love. And y'all done kind of danced in all these different worlds. So
Yeah.
what do you think is, this gonna sound bad, what do you think the easiest thing to start as if somebody wanted to come in the production world?
I damn sure not gonna say PA, because I'm gonna tell you something crazy. We just did 21 Savage and Metro Boomin Walk 'em Down shoot last week. And my executive assistant, you know, she was like, I want to start working on set. I don't want to just do all of your administrative stuff. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
I'm producing this video, like, I'm gonna let you be the PA. I'm gonna let you be like the runner for the artist. Man, the management sent the riders for Savage, Mustafa, and Metro. When I tell you them riders was 3 pages long a piece.
Yeah.
At the end of Savage Rider, it had a PS5. It said you need a PS5. She's like, where the hell am I gonna get a PS5 from? I said, I don't know, you a PA. You have
That's
to
your
figure
job
it out.
to figure it out.
So I would say I wouldn't tell, I mean, of course, that's where you got to start, but as a PA, you're gonna be asked to do something extreme. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna ask you to do nothing that I don't wanna do, but you gonna have certain production companies that's gonna want, you know what I mean, different things. And I remember Mustafa had like 4 prayer rugs. And when on his rider, when he got there, he was like, yeah, the prayer rug is just like an aesthetic. I don't actually need it to pray. Something like, why you put it on your rider? You know what I mean? So
He can.
yeah, it's funny though. It's just like PAs are asked to do something so crazy. And I remember when I used to PA intern, I just try to be the best PA I could. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to learn. I'm gonna ask a million questions. What this do? Or they be like, hey, go get a stinger. I'm like, what the hell is a stinger?
What is a stinger? Right,
It's
right,
an extension
right,
cord.
right.
You know what I mean? Type it in your phone. You know what I mean? You don't have to. If you don't, you gotta fake it till you make it in a sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll speak to that too. The thing that's so tough about like the production assistant role is that it's so broad. Like it just touches so many different things. Like for somebody's first job as a PA, they shouldn't be directly touching the artist. You know what I'm saying? For example, like they need to be like, you know, assisting like G&E. They could be assisting makeup. They could be assisting camera. But like, you know, forward facing with the client and, you know, the client and the talent and shit like that. Like,
Nah, yeah.
it's just not the best thing.
Another
You might
hard
get a
job
rude
on music
one.
video sets is playback.
Yeah.
You gotta have a good attention span.
I got a
Like,
great,
listen,
I got a
like,
great example of that.
Yo.
I got a
And
great
it's-
example of that.
And I'll say this, production is very simple, but it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key thing that I always tell people. Like, it's simple work, but it's not easy.
Y'all
When it's
make
kind
it
of
look
playback,
too easy.
when it comes to playback, you literally just playing back a song for a music video.
When they
And
say
you're
cut,
waiting
you
for your assistant director to say playback. And if you don't play it back when he asks for it, it's like,
They on your neck.
they're on your ass. Like,
The crazy part is you can't pay attention to nothing else. And for people to stay focused, it's probably harder to do anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we had Chris Brown video. Shout out to Jordan. I love Jordan.
one of my executive assistants.
Hey, like,
Oh, little Jordan.
yeah, who's like his little sister,
Lil
right?
Jordan, yeah.
So her first video was Go Crazy.
Yeah, like
Oh,
literally.
So her first video is Future, Dirk,
Mulatto.
Yeah.
Key, Thug, Gunna, and all their entourages. And in the midst of that, and Daps is the director. So in the midst of that,
Daps the director, Sam Braid the DP. And we got her on playback, bro. I swear to God.
bro, so
Y'all set her up for that.
so she missing cues, right?
Yeah.
And they started yelling, dog, she was about to, I'm like, all you doing is
Everybody,
paying
everybody
attention.
went through it.
People were like, and everybody has had that experience on set where it's like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she needed that and she grew from that. And so right now, you know, she may not be 100% where she needs to be, but she is working on jobs. She's working on different sets. She's growing. And over time, like, she gonna look back and be like, damn, like,
And she gonna be a killer later,
every athlete looks at like, damn, like I had a terrible game my rookie year. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can pinpoint one game.
or a
where it's
terrible
like,
rookie year.
Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
I had this one game where I played Jordan and this happened. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got stories like that, or with Kobe. But one thing I do want to talk about, I know we speak in our lingo, you know what I'm saying, with jargon and stuff, but I really want to dumb it down for people who never really worked in production, period. So like, just going back to like transport and transportation department specifically, just to talk about that some more, bro, because like, that's literally just like Uber, if you will. Like,
It's,
so
not
like,
even that.
Yeah, go
My
ahead.
dad sit on his ass Like, listen, real. I call him right now. He probably on set right now. What you doing? Shit, sitting in the van eating crafty. Yes. All day. Everybody that do transportation, like driving like little sprinter vans, they probably driving from like the West End Mall to the Popeyes. Right. Which is like not even a mile. Maybe it's not a mile. Half a mile.
Not even a block.
You know what I mean? They sitting there all day until somebody call on the radio, we need a van to pick up extras, take them to extra soda. Right. You know what I mean?
So the way it works, just to explain it some more, let's just say we're shooting a Christmas movie and it's in the middle of a neighborhood in Atlanta. And it's probably 100 people working on this project, right, in this house. Mm-hmm. The house can't really hold parking for 100 cars or just on that street. So what production does 9 times out of 10, we're gonna find the nearest mall or even better, a church. Like we normally go to churches because churches only open like one day for Sunday, if not Bible study on Wednesday. So they looking for money, right? So we'll pay for that church just to get the parking lot. And then we'll set up shuttle services. So we'll get like 3 or 4 different shuttles and shuttle from that lot, the closest lot to the location. You know, that's base camp. And then you go to set and back and forth. So
and they get paid
ridiculous money.
More than some of the crew members, you know what I mean? It's just like
just to drive the sprinter van, bro. And people there, while it's cold it's for everybody, like they sit in that warm ass van, bro.
All day. I tell them every day, I say, damn.
So it just rolls like that people just don't even know about unless they really step onto this side. So
even accounting, you know what I mean?
Accounting is another one.
I know a bunch of travel nurses I went to school with, and I'm like, you might need to join the union, become a set medic. Like, it's every now and then it might be a free.
They be getting like $1,500 a day, like.
And you working 5 days guaranteed out the week, so you can really work 3 months out of the year.
And I can name on like one hand the amount of times that we actually needed a set medic. You know what I'm saying? Like you run into a few situations where like a light fall or, you know, a grip is like holding a light, they might burn their hand or some shit like that. That randomly does happen. The most instances was like during COVID when it first happened. Like people, you know,
even people was making money off of COVID testing.
Yeah.
Don't have no experience in the medical field, just found a place they could get COVID test machine, and everybody got to get COVID tested every day. Yeah. So you get paid every day.
150 tests for the survive videos. So that shit was crazy.
But I do want to shift gears a little bit now that we talked about that. Let's talk about just, you know what I'm saying, a little bit of your origin story, like how you really got started in production. I know that you did have this, like, you know, shout out just your baseball career, bro, because, like, you know, I heard stories about how you used to play ball with some of my homies from college. You know, shout out to Marcus Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Sewell, those guys. But just talk about like just that transition. And you know, when we talk about that transition, like he come from basketball, I come from football, you come from baseball. Like we basically retired athletes that just work in production now. Yeah. Like what was that transition like for you?
It was kind of smooth just because so I went JUCO my first 2 years because I thought coming out of high school, I didn't have all the junior college. Which one? Andrew College, South Georgia. Yeah. Right there about 30 minutes from Albany. Yeah. You should go to the Hibachi Express right there by the Albany Mall.
I definitely took a visit.
So, you know, I went there because I didn't have all the best offers coming out of high school. Yeah, so for baseball, junior college is like the best route to go. Yeah. Because I could get drafted my freshman year. So I went, you know, got more developed, got stronger, got a little bit more looks, got bigger schools. Then my sophomore year, third game, I had torn my rotator cuff. But so in the mix, like Cuthbert, Georgia is in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. Like you got Columbus is between Columbus and Albany. So a lot of times our parents wouldn't drive down there because it's a 3-hour drive from Atlanta.
Yeah, facts.
So they couldn't watch our games.
My grandma lived in Shelby.
Right? Yeah. Right there.
Still to this day.
Jeez. So we had a mass communication department. I was an education major. Oh, wow. But I was real close with the sports information director, you know, the guy putting out all the articles about games. So he found a closet full of cameras and stuff. Wow. So we was like, let's try to make a college ESPN. I was bored. I was hurt. I didn't want to travel and be bored on the bench. So we started something called the Andrew College Network, still going to this day. But I'm the founder member of that network. And like I did a hype video for my team, learned all this off YouTube, never touched Adobe Premiere in my life.
That's crazy.
So I'm like, I kind of like this. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be no teacher. I thought I was getting drafted, so I was like, education the easiest maybe. So let me just go do education.
That makes sense,
So started doing that. Then when I went to school in Missouri at Lincoln, you know, I still was doing my photography, doing all the homecoming stuff, became like the go-to cameraman on college. I was pledging. So I did our probate video. I did the Delta's probate video. I did the Alphas, like everybody. So I was the go-to man.
Yeah.
So when they took our program at Lincoln, my first year up there,
Yeah.
I went on like 40 visits. I had 40 different offers to go transfer, wherever.
Shit.
Signed to a school in Oklahoma. But when I came home that summer, I started working with my brother Thrax.
Yeah.
And we was pushing the artist named Cody Woe. He had a song
Yeah,
called
yeah.
Kardashian.
Yeah.
So I went to the BET Awards first time. You know, I'm in the elevator with Thug, security guard.
Damn.
And I'm looking at him, he looking at me, because Thug about to get on. And I was like, let me just get off the elevator. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, all right, he right there. So I'm seeing a lot of stuff. I started working for an NFL player, all in the span of that summer. I'm supposed to go to Oklahoma.
Sheesh.
We had a U-Haul packed up. I remember waking up, telling my mom, I'm like, I don't want to go. I want to stay here and just continue my like photography, videography stuff.
Damn.
She was like, you sure this is what you want to do? And I'm like, positive. We was about to drive 13 hours to Oklahoma with all my stuff packed up. So I ended up going to Georgia State, just finishing it. So
That's crazy.
yeah, I still was working in film,
Yeah.
just gave up baseball. I regret it, but then I don't, because it's like, baseball it's gonna end one day. You know, my brother, he got drafted out of high school to the Orioles. I mean, now he's a scout for the Mariners, but when he had, you know, once you get a certain age, you to make it to the pros,
Yeah.
they gonna let you go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's no love in it, it's all politics. So
Right.
it had to end one day, but I'm happy I had something to transition to instead of
Right.
like, man, what am I gonna do? It's a lot of boys I grew up with playing. They can't let the game go. They still
Yeah.
trying to get drafted. I'm like, bro, we 27.
You
They
know
go
what
to
I'm
the
saying?
DR, find a kid. These kids nowadays throwing 95 at 14.
At 14, 15 years old, like seriously.
We 27, we probably, our body finna give out.
Yeah,
as much
that's
as
what
we
I'm
drink
saying.
and do all this, like our body gonna give out. And one day we can't keep throwing
Right.
unorthodox motion.
Right.
Our arm gonna give out and you gonna be throwing 86, 85, then they just gonna let you go.
Right.
But you gotta have an exit. You know what I mean? You gotta have some type of exit.
So
Some
you
way
just
to
find
pivot.
yours early.
Yeah, I
Yep.
found it early.
So since then, what has been your favorite project that you've worked on as a professional in the production space? Or do you have one? Let's do favorite project or favorite company.
I gotta say, my short film that I did.
Mindfuck.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Mindfuck.
yeah. Every Friday, 10 p.m. on Revolt TV for the next 3 years.
Yep.
That's hard.
Shout out to Deals. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I just want to commend you, bro. Like, and I've told you this before, but like, it's always been inspiring me just seeing your journey for real, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I really highlight you as like a real change agent, because like we see a lot of people that get into this space and they either get complacent with where they at, the amount of money, and you never really got complacent. Like, you saw yourself as a director. You started directing music videos. You know, you started doing promo videos. You started doing music videos, and started gravitating away from music videos and doing narrative. And you found a way to like create like a G&E company with partners. You know what I'm saying? Like, just all these different pivots, bro. That just like, I just got a lot of respect for that. And then
Appreciate
just to see you in a space where, you know, you worked on your own short, funded it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about that. Like, what was that process like, really digging through all of your savings to, like, because I remember you said in the interview before where, like, you dumped your whole 401k, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
to a
what was that
project.
like?
It was, so I'm gonna tell you how it happened. I had this idea. It came about, last year was 2022.
Yeah.
Came about August of 2021. You know, I had it and I'm like, yo, this is a genius project. I gotta shoot it. I'm like, but I don't want to spend my money on it because I want to shoot it how I want to shoot it.
Right.
So my dad said he knew this lady who was executive producer, talked to her, got to run around for like 3-4 months, and I was getting overexcited. You know what I mean? I had my cast members, I had my crew, and like, Jeff, what we doing? What's going on? I'm like, bro, I'm waiting on the funding. So it got to like end of January, top of the year. I got fed up with Delta. I'm like, I was working at Delta Airlines still as a gate agent.
Right.
I was like, man, let me let this job go because I'm losing money. I'll be having to leave work, you know, risking my job to go make more money than what I was making there.
Yeah.
And I finally told my mom, I'm like, I'm finna quit.
Yeah.
She was like, all right, you sure? And I'm like, yeah, I got a plan.
Right, right.
So I quit February 5th. I shot Mindfuck February 10th. Dumped my whole 401k, cash in all my stocks, budget on
Shout out Delta.
yeah. still a little free flights.
Shout out
Not
Delta.
gonna knock them. I love great. One of the greatest companies
benefits.
to ever work for. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Can't knock that. But you know, I spent $22,000 on a 7-minute film that I didn't. I mean, I had a lot of faith in it. It was shot. It was an amazing project. Didn't know how to get it out there, so we did the film. Loved the final product. Did a premiere. Had great reviews all around. Then I went the festival route. I went 0 for 43 with festivals. No festival wanted to pick my shit up, and I'm gonna tell you why. The film has a lot of, you know what I mean? It got a lot of black culture to it.
Yeah.
It got a lot of black jokes. It got a lot of black language. So you're gonna hear hoe, nigga, bitch, shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is cool, like, whatever.
Right.
The people that run these festivals are older white men or women.
Exactly.
They can relate to the situation, but they can't relate to.
They can't understand the language.
Yeah, they don't understand the language, or they don't understand, like, it was a scene in there where he was like, oh shit, I just seen they get hit on ATL Scoop. They can't connect to it. You know what I mean?
Like, just like Denzel talked about, like, in the interview, like, you know, it's only certain people that know what perm smell like. You know what I'm saying?
Culture
Nah,
not
that's
color.
real.
From that culture. So
Culture not color.
But I'm not changing for nobody. Like, even when I tell my mom every day, she like, oh, I can't wait. I'm going to the gym, so we go to the Oscars and the Emmys. I'm looking fine on the red carpet. And I said, well, you know I'm wearing a Dickie suit. And she be like, every day, she be like, well, the Dickies is your thing. Like, I went 2 years ago, she was like, oh, hell no, you need to go to get you a tux with the whoop. But she just know, like, now, like, I'm not changing for nobody. I'm not gonna go in the interview and be like, oh yeah, so I did this based on, no, I'm speaking.
Right. Yeah.
Talk to my people.
Yeah, I'm not changing because that's not, I feel like a lot of people get to that, they get that platform and they just become a coon in a sense.
They switch up.
Yeah.
They switch up.
I don't want to be a house nigga.
Yeah, right.
Put me in the field. I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? That's just how I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, so I did go, I went 0 for 40 something on the festival route. I got down, you know what I mean? I'm like, damn, this is a great project. I spent all this money on it. Somebody sent me the Revolt competition. I submitted. Revolt was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, you won. You know what I mean? So it was like, you won. And they picked 3 other people. You know what I mean? They had great films. And it was like, from that Revolt thing, bro, I did like 2 months straight where I was doing interviews or podcasts every
My boy was
single
on tour.
day. Yeah, I even took it back to my
So
to
listen,
Lincoln.
it just takes that one yes.
Yeah.
One yes.
43 no's and 1 yes.
Yeah.
That man was on tour for 3 months, bro.
Straight. And like right now, like a lot of people like I just disappeared off the gram, like off my page, because everybody like, what's next? What's next? You know, right now,
Your page of inspiration too.
Yeah.
I be looking at Jeff is
Everybody be like, I be living like Caleb. Nah, Caleb shit is crazy. Caleb shit, be like, damn, like I feel like I ain't living life right. But I be like, damn, I'm living
looking
a
at
good
y'all
life.
shit. I be looking at y'all shit and I'm like, damn, I gotta find an old picture. I gotta post something.
But I just disappeared off the grid because everybody literally asking me like, what's next? What's next? You know, I appreciate y'all letting me do the cast call for the Tuesday joint, but it's like every time I get attached to a project, I write a new one. I'm like, damn, that project, this one way better.
So you writing them too?
Yeah, I'm writing them. Me and my brother Champ. You know, Champ, best screenwriter on the planet. I don't take that from him at all. Like, everybody wants Champ. You know what I mean? But I'm like Champ, man, like, no, nigga, we about to make it. Like, because I'm shooting mine, people paying him for scripts and they not really shooting them. I'm shooting. As soon as he getting it, I'm like, all right, bro, this one I'm shooting it. So yeah, it's just like, I want to keep shooting. I'm not letting momentum stop, so I disappeared off Instagram just because it's like, when I pop back out, I'm about to drop something special.
Right.
And I'm about to drop it every single month.
That goes to my thing. I always say visual artists shouldn't have Instagram, and literal artists, lyricists, shouldn't have Twitter. That's your cultural impact. So like, the reason why your pictures and your videos and Caleb do a reel of him walking through his kitchen.
Be having the music behind it. I'm like,
how the fuck did he do this?
Yeah.
And where did this song come from? And let me get this filter, but when I use the filter, this shit don't look like it. So you want, but that's your gift.
Yeah.
So what happens is you have to give your gift to people the way you give gifts to people.
Yeah.
People get a gift for their birthday, they get a gift for Christmas, you might get a just because gift.
Yeah.
But I guarantee you, like, you disappeared. If you post a just because picture right now, it's gonna do something.
Yeah.
It would have did something regardless.
Yeah.
But because you disappeared, now they waiting on the gift. Rappers, I don't care about no rapper that tweet. Because now I know how you feel about George Floyd, I know how you feel about Trump, I know how you feel about what's some shit that just happened? I know how you feel about Will Smith and Chris Rock. I know it
Anything
already
current,
because you've been talking about it with the rest of us, nigga. You a commoner.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't no shock value.
Ain't no shock value.
Because everything's already out there.
So the only reason I feel like Caleb Instagram is different is because most of the time he won't post his projects. He'll post his
Lifestyle more than anything.
fucking seared scallops and all this lifestyle shit. He be like, yo, what this nigga at, dog? And then he got the perfect, I swear to God, you ever get a group chat with Caleb, this nigga got the perfect GIF/meme selection of all time. I'm like, where are you saving this shit? How are you finding this shit on cue like this? So it makes sense that you drop off for it. So when it comes back, everybody know it's go time.
Yeah.
So I just think it's dope when you're intentional like that. And from a person who's been writing my whole life, writing something and having the confidence to one, go put your money into shooting it. Like I had all the confidence in the world in my ideas, but like writing comes from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a different thing. It's like you write it, then you go shoot it, and then you put it out. Like you don't have no second thoughts behind it. That's a gift that you probably don't even realize you have because it just comes natural to you. But that ain't regular, bro.
A lot of people be asking me like, where my inspiration come from? I go outside. I used to go outside every day. I used to be in the club every single night.
I see you outside a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't even go outside. I be outside.
I be outside.
And I don't
every
go
night.
outside a lot. But if I'm outside, I see you.
Yeah, I be outside like
my
every
boy
night.
Jeff be hosting R&B Wednesday, show love.
Yeah, every Wednesday night at Modest, first shot on me. You walk in the door, I'm giving you a shot.
Bet.
That's every Wednesday.
I ain't gonna say where I was, but me and Reggie went out like maybe 2 months ago on some just random shit. Like a couple blocks from my house. Like we just went to the little bar. Jeff pull up, you thought goddamn P. Diddy pull up. This nigga pull up with a motorcade. The niggas walk in. So then I see Jeff on the way in, we dab each other up. So then when I'm leaving out, this nigga just so happened to be outside too. This nigga was talking about what he's like, yeah, next time nigga, I drop a movie, I'm dropping a helicopter. I'm getting out on top of the roof with a helicopter. I'm parking a helicopter on the street. I said, who the fuck is this?
Everybody said my next premiere got to be bigger than my last one. My last one, I don't know, it was fun, but I was hurt after. I was broke. I was broke. We had police escorts.
They say you gotta go for broke.
Dog, so this man, what you did? What theater was it?
That was Plaza. I had to do my first one at Plaza.
My boy rented out Plaza Theater, which you know what Plaza Theater at.
On Ponce.
On Ponce, in the middle of Atlanta. This man got like police escorts,
Black trucks.
Like it was sold out the same day he put out tickets.
To the club.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to Zari after, and then like I'm a big like I drink tequila. You know, everybody trendy, so everybody love Casamigos. They gonna go on the trend.
Dog, that man got cases of
Yeah, I went straight Lobos. We had 20 bottles of Lobos, and we had a blast.
Shout out LeBron.
Yeah, shout out LeBron, because that shit is amazing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we had a blast. It was R&B. I love R&B, so
No, he
we was
was
in there
stop
singing
for
our
that.
heart out. Yeah.
So how much was it to rent out Plaza?
Plaza not. I think we only spent 15, but like
But it's
police
like-
escorts and
That's the thing. And then it's like filling up Plaza.
yeah.
Like
That shit
take a
sold
lot.
out in like 30 minutes. Like, and I posted, I had this
Oh shit.
Yeah, I actually gave it for free because it was my birthday, and everybody know I'm a giving person, so I'm like, I want to just give away a bunch of shit for my birthday.
But listen, to me, it's harder to pack out a venue for a free event than some ticket and shit. Because like if they paying for tickets, they gonna show up because they paid. But some free shit, like not only did you sell out, you like people showed up. So that was huge.
Nah, that shit was fun. Like everybody just like the next one you gotta go crazy. So I tell everybody my next one I'm gonna do the Fox, and I'm gonna find a way to land a helicopter on Peachtree and shut down the blocks. Some type of way, I don't know. But it gotta be a big project.
Hey, look,
Man,
dog.
Peachtree this skinny. This nigga gonna drop.
Or I might like skydive, something cool. It gotta be some cool shit.
Can't play no safe shit.
Hey dog,
no
I
more.
be like, damn, bro, like I'm an Uber to my event, so I can drink.
I feel like artists get to do all that shit. Why we can't do the cool shit? Why we responsible for a lot of shit?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we the creatives too. So
Right.
I feel like you more the creators because really and truly, once the artists make the song, most artists, it's some exceptions. Most artists, once they make the song, they send it to Caleb because they need him to come up with a treatment, come with a vision.
But it's a different, like, I'm not gonna come to set on no, like, bougie shit like that. Like,
Right.
I'm coming to set, half time, I'm coming to set in cargos, I'm going to work, I'm going to
I
lift.
don't know, Jeff. I seen you pull up in a set in a fucking Ferrari one time.
Well, I had it ready for the video, though. For the video, but
I thought it was his.
But everybody tell you, I come on set, bro, I be ready to work. I tell them go to lunch. I'm still be, if I'm directing, I'm gonna touch a light. I'm gonna do this, like, because I'm not point fingers, you go do this, you go do that. Like, I feel like people respect you a lot more when you're in a higher position.
Right.
When they see you doing stuff that you might ask them to do. So it's like, all right, well, now they more inclined to do it off rip, like when they see you do it.
Man, you said something big there. Like one thing that like I've always done myself on set is like really leading by example, like doing the work that you asking the people that work with you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like picking up lights, picking up sandbags, like even like I always talk about like when we shot Jimmy Fallon, like I was here picking up trash, you know what I'm saying, before anybody really got here, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't asked somebody to do it, I just did it.
I'm saying like I was a fan of like a lot of big directors. And then when I went to work on their set or watch their set, boy, I would never, I'm good. You make great work, but
you know what I'm saying?
I can't.
Like the personality don't align with the brand that they present, and that shit be whack. Like, you know what I'm saying? And excuse my French, but that's just what it is. Like, I just hate that, like, that fake energy, that non-organic energy. Like, yeah, like on camera, they may portray themselves a certain way, but in real life, like, they be like dickheads, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they use every opportunity to curse at a PA or like, you know what I'm saying, talk down on somebody. Like, nah, like that ain't the way to move. That's not how you really impact culture in the right way.
Yeah.
And that's not how you, like, I always tell people, like, you know, the people that you talk down to now, that's PAs, they gonna be VPs of companies in 5 years. That's just what it is.
I saw
so
Cheryl Lee and Jack, I think it was Jack A. They was talking about how Jack A was talking about how she used to be
with Kenya Barris.
She used to be mean to him.
Yeah.
And now he Kenya Barris. He was a PA or something on set. She was like, I used to be mean to him and like curse him out and stuff.
And now you never see her on nothing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And now he Kenya Barris. But I have a unique question I think I want to like bring to like change agents as a whole. Do you remember your darkest moment during your climb?
There's so many.
I would say my biggest one was after Mindf. I was about to like literally like just throw that project on YouTube and say fuck it. Like I just wasted all this money, ain't nobody see this shit. Cause it was like, damn, I just spent all this money on this. And
all my savings.
Like, yeah, and nobody was like fucking with it. Cause I thought the festival route was the way to go. Like you had to do it. And then after the Revolt shit, and then I forgot I took it to Cancun to the Black Entertainment.
I forgot about that.
I took it to the Black Entertainment Sports and Lawyer Association in Cancun. It's over 500 African-American attorneys, all ages. I showed it. I got up and talked after they seen the project. I'm like, I don't have representation. Boy, I had a bidding war for 50 attorneys. Like, I worked for you for free for 3 years. What you got right there, we could sell these attorneys for Disney, Paramount, CBS, NBC, Universal, Spring Hill. Like, still texting my phone to today. You know what I mean? Then I found a rep and an attorney down there, Daryl Thompson, DT. So now he represent me. He also represent like Megan Good, Tyrese, a couple different directors.
What made you go there? Like
they had a film festival, and I was one of the top 4 finalists. And it was based off of like it was based off
of. I
of.
don't know about it. Nobody ever about it.
So like I end up losing, but everybody that was on the committee disagreed, but it was based off who voted at the conference. Like, but a lot of people wasn't even in the room to actually vote on the app. So you had to participate, but they didn't have a lot of participation. But like the president of the actual association was like, bro, I was about to find a way to make you win. Cause he was like, yours was like way more creative. You could tell you spent money, you know what I mean? The production value was crazy.
Yeah.
So like we all, like I still talk to all these attorneys to this day, like, yeah, I wanna get you to NBC Universal office. Like, let me give you a tour. Let me introduce you to this person. So like I still won because I got the connections, you know what I mean? And I wasn't gonna go.
It's like when Beyonce lost Star Search or some shit.
Yeah, and I wasn't gonna go down there. My business manager was like, bro, you need to go. You don't know who you're going to meet. And I was like, bro, we don't need to go because I know we're going to go to Cancun. We're going to get drunk every night, which we did. We went to the club every night. I was like, bro, we just about to have a bunch of write-offs. Like, but we went and we networked. We shook hands who we need to shake hands with. And shit, it worked. So.
Wow.
I think my overall, like, Jeff moment, I got two. So the first time I met you, like, without Caleb, was Young and Ace, which was right over there. And we had been, you had been on set a couple times, so, but I was like, I hit Caleb, I was like, yo, Jeff over here with Young and Ace, this nigga's, like, super cool, like, he was like, yeah, Jeff the homie, he the brother, I've been telling you this.
Yeah.
But I think what my overall outlook on what's gonna make you be as big as whatever you want to be and more is that you really are staying you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now you're going to go for broke on every project because now you've seen what comes from that.
Yeah.
A lot of people never do it because they so scared of the 0 for 43 or whatever the fuck it was. But, like, even still, we was like, hey, bro, you was like, I'm finna do some different things with my light company. Bro, you came here, it's almost like you've been here the whole, it's like you've been here since we started.
Yeah.
So I just really love to see, you know what I'm saying, everything that goes against the stereotype and you still get to be you.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to wear your dickies, but you still going to be the most joy to be around on set. So
100%.
Nah, for sure.
You know, and I'll say this, y'all know the story about, like, 409, like the cleaning spray? Why it's called 409? They tried the recipe or ingredients for 409 times.
Yeah.
And that's how many times it took to get it right. So
That's
as
how
long
you
as you
gotta
get it
know.
right that one time, it's gonna hit.
I don't know if
Everybody know what 409 is.
I don't know if I got 409
You know?
409
But
to get it right.
it just take that endurance though.
Except for Coco Jones.
Just to get that one. But just to wrap up though, like, what can we expect from you coming up? Like, what are you most excited about for this year and the next couple of years?
And how can somebody work with you?
Well, you can work with me. You can call me. You DM me. A lot of people say I don't respond to DMs. It's just because I don't see it. Like, a lot of times I just don't see my DMs. But if I do happen to open my DM and you say, like, I'm looking for experience on set. Cool, I'll teach you whatever. Like, I sit in that office. Y'all see me, I'll be over there. Sun up, sun down sometimes, just getting gear, labeling it, trying to. Every time a new box comes, I try to be like, man, what else you just ordered? Like,
I want to know, I want to learn.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, like, shit, I just like teaching. I like it.
Now I'll be like, yo, Jeff, hey, man, how you think we could like this?
Yeah. I just keep buying stuff because at the end of the day, like, it's going to be a return. And
it's all investments.
Yeah, it's just investment.
So,
y'all get me on Instagram, text me, call me. I remember when Glorilla and them was here, it was a PA working the set. He came up to me, he was like, you Jeff? And I'm like, yeah. He was like, bro, I've been DMing you, whatever. And I was like, bro, I showed him, I was like, bro, I can't see my DMs. And he was like, all right. And I was like, here, take my number. So tomorrow, he gonna come up, he gonna be up here with me at 8 a.m. We gonna make stingers all day.
Right.
He said, I wanna learn G&E. And I'm like, all right.
I ain't bought none last night because Jeff said they gonna make. I said, you gonna make them?
Yeah, they can make them.
Me and Reggie was literally at Home Depot. I called Jeff. I'm like, Jeff, what volt I need? Because Caleb said we need some different stingers.
Yeah.
What voltage I need? This nigga was getting out the shower. Like, yeah, don't worry about it.
It's the extension cords and then the stingers.
Yeah. We made our stingers. We might learn how to make them. And since then, I was like, wow, we about to spend money to buy them. We can just spend the time to make them. Good bundle time. Sit there, talk Mike ear off.
Yeah.
Shout out to
He
Mike.
ain't gonna like
Shout
it.
out
But
Mike.
yeah, shout out Mike.
Me and Reggie walking down the light aisle. He like, oh, you want to get some more lights for the garage? I say, hell no, nigga, I got Jeff.
Yeah.
But that's crazy, bro.
But yeah, this year,
you.
I'm still trying to move away from the music videos.
Yeah.
My goal is to shoot one narrative project a month. You know what I mean? And then like 4 big ones, but the other 8 will be like on the smaller scale.
Yeah.
Still gonna be great projects. But yeah, like really building myself as a narrative director.
That's good.
I just want to be in the helicopter.
when we go to the
on Peachtree, bro. I don't normally ask for, too much credentials, but I'm gonna need that one.
I still gotta figure out how to make that happen.
Hey man, I know the governor. we could partner on this.
All right, cool. That's Change As a Guys. We out.
We out.